If you've ever felt like you're the kind of person who just can't stay consistent with fitness and workouts, then this video is for you. Because I used to restart my fitness journey over and over and over again. Every Monday I was like, today is the day, today I'm going to kickstart my fitness journey. Every new month I was like, okay, I am so disciplined about my health and fitness. This time will be different moment. Until I realized the problem wasn't actually my discipline, it was the way I was approaching my fitness. So let me show you what finally made it stick. So the first thing that changed everything for me was getting to know about why I wanted to work out. For so long, my reason was I just wanted to look a certain way. I wanted to have the perfect body. I wanted to have a six-pack. I wanted to grow my glutes, and that was my only reason why I should work out. And while that can get you started, it usually isn't too strong enough to keep you going on the hard day. So what finally worked for me was choosing a deeper connection. I don't want it to look a certain way anymore, but I wanted to feel confident. I wanted to get outside and I wanted to feel confident in my body. I didn't want to be the shy girl anymore. I want to be confident. I want to know my worth and I want to express confidence as well. The second reason was I wanted to have more energy. I was so exhausted after getting up the stairs. I was so exhausted after running for 5 minutes and I just felt so unfit. And that is one of the main reasons why I wanted to start my fitness journey, because I want to feel fit. I want to have my energy. So when I'm getting up the stairs, I don't want to be exhausted, or when I carry my groceries. So this was one of the main reasons why I love sports so much. Next reason is I wanted to prove to myself that I can trust myself. And this is so deep when you really think about it. Like when you set a goal to hit 8 push-ups, then you really have to trust yourself that you show up every single day to do the push-ups, even if it's just knee push-ups. It doesn't matter what you do, but it does matter that you do something. And also the last reason is I wanted movement to become my identity. Like I want it to feel like it is a part of me. Fitness is so important, not only when you're younger, it is also important when you are 60, when you are 70. So it will really help you to not be always in your bed when you're older. It helps you be confident. It helps you to stay fit, stay young. And it is really important that you start. It doesn't matter when you start, but it just matters that you start. So when you build the muscles, it will really help you long term when you are older. So when your reasons become emotional, it becomes sustainable. So ask yourself, what do I actually want fitness to give me beyond just looks? The second thing is to create non-negotiables. This is probably the biggest reason why people quit. They decide every single day whether they should work out or not. So if you rely on motivation, you will lose. So instead, create 2-3 non-negotiables. The first thing is you have to have a workout plan. So a workout plan really helps you to stay consistent, to also stay motivated, and also not to overthink everything. If you have a plan, you know exactly what to do and you don't like procrastinate, or you're not postponing it to tomorrow, or you're not overwhelming with all the fitness videos that you don't even know where and when to start. So if you have a workout plan, it will really help you to stay consistent. You know exactly on what day, what workout you are going to do. Also, the workout plan will make the decision for you, so you don't have to overthink everything. You don't have to search hours and hours for a workout. This is the most important step, to have a workout plan. Second thing is to have workout days and workout times. This is so important. So if you are a beginner and you want to start your fitness journey, then the first thing you should do is set your workout days. It should be 2 to 3 times in a week. So let's say it is for you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So really set these days as your workout time, and then you also put blockers in your calendar for the time you want to work out. So let's say if you're going to school or to work in the morning, then you can set the time in the evening or afternoon. So let's say 6 p.m. you're going to do your workout. So set the blocker in your calendar and set it for 6 p.m. to 6:30, because the time is super important. And as a beginner, you should definitely start with 10 to 20 minutes for the 3 days. Don't overdo it. Don't start with a 40-minute workout, because you can't be consistent with it when you can't do it long term. Also, The last thing that I actually mentioned is the minimum movement rule. That means you have to move for at least 10 minutes for these 3 days. So 10 minutes is the minimum, and the maximum you can go in the first weeks is only 20 minutes. So when you are so bored, or when you're feeling so lazy and you're like, I really don't feel like working out because I'm just lazy, then you can trick your mind by saying it's just 10 minutes, like 10 minutes. So it will trick your brain into thinking 10 minutes isn't that long, so I can't stay consistent, so let me do this workout. But if you have a workout where you have like 1 hour to go, you're like, okay, I'm definitely not going to do it. I'm going to watch TV. So this is a small trick. You can also do it with 20 minutes. When it comes to 30 minutes, your brain knows that 30 minutes is just too long, so I'm not going to do anything. So one of the biggest mistakes you can do is going from 0 to 100. So in the beginning, the goal is not the transformation of your body. The goal is the proof that you can stay consistent, and you just prove yourself that you can actually do it. So every small promise you keep becomes evidence for your new identity. So the third thing is make it enjoyable. And I know so many of you hate running. I hate it too. So many of you hate the gym. I used to hate the gym too, but there are so many more workouts that you could do. So it is not you have to do gym or you have to do running. There are so many more options now. So let me tell you about my journey. So I hated the gym at the beginning. I really hated it. I didn't know how to use the machines. I didn't know what machines trains which muscle. And I was so overwhelmed, and I was so afraid and shy, and that everyone looks at me that I'm using the machines wrong. And I was so not confident that I didn't go to the gym. And that is not a problem, because there are plenty of home workouts that you can start at home. Nobody's watching you. You are here in your room and you can just start. And when I started with strength workouts. So you can totally begin with home workouts and you will still build muscle. You will still see some changes in your body, and you also get stronger and you just build the muscles. For a beginner, it is super easy to build those at home. But the more you do the workouts at home, you definitely also need dumbbells at one time. Like after 6 months, you are going to get your dumbbells and you're going to train with your dumbbells at home. This way, you don't have to visit a gym. You can also build everything at home. At some point, you have to visit the gym because you can't buy all the dumbbells. I mean, you can, but it would be so expensive. And at the gym, you have every equipment you need and every weight. So it is easier for you to sign up at the gym and then get into the gym. But this video is only for my beginners. And if you're a beginner, start with home workouts. It is so easy. You can do it anytime. You can do it anywhere. You can start right now, and you have a lot of workouts online. So the second thing is you should always have a plan. Like you should always do a strength workout and then a cardio workout. This way you are building muscle, but you're also burning the fat and you're also training your endurance. So these two are super important. What I'm currently doing is I'm going to the gym. This is my strength training, and then I do my dance workouts. I chose dance workouts as my cardio because I am a dancer and I love dancing so much. It really don't feel like I am doing a HIIT workout or I am doing sports at all. So this is really helping me to get into moving, to sweat a lot and just to have fun, to have a mood booster. So this is my way to do the cardio. But if you hate dancing, then you don't have to do it. There are so many HIIT workouts online. There are steps workouts. You can go for a walk. You can go play padel or badminton, whatever it is. Choose a sports that you actually love, and that will help you to stay consistent with the workouts. If you're also into dancing and you really want to try dancing and learn some cool dance moves and want to sweat and have your cardio in, then check out my home workout YouTube channel. There are plenty of dance workouts, strength workouts. So any workout you're searching for, you can find here. And if you're like, okay, now I don't have a workout plan, I have no idea how to start, I have a free workout plan for you. If you're getting started, this workout plan will help you. So I'll put a link below in the description. So check it out and make sure to get your free workout plan to get started. The next thing is also nutrition. So let's talk a bit about nutrition. If you want to build muscle, if you want to look a certain way, but also if you want to feel healthy, if if you don't want to have all the pimples in your face, then nutrition is a really big part of fitness. So you can't do fitness alone, you also have to focus on nutrition. And let me give you some tips. First things first, you have to get enough proteins. You can drink a protein shake, you can get your proteins with chicken, with tofu, with fish, porridge. So there are so many things that you can get proteins from. Don't neglect them. They are so important for you, and if you want to build muscles, then you really need the proteins. Second thing you have to have on your plate is fiber. So really eat enough vegetables, eat enough fruits, and try to give your body what it actually needs. So these are the two important things you have to have on your plate. And now we come to the carbs. So the carbs gives you energy for your training and you get stronger when you're doing your workout. So carbs is also very important. You can use rice, you can use potatoes, you can use quinoa. So there are also so many things that you can use. And if you are interested in what I eat in a day, then make sure to subscribe this channel, because I am going to upload a lot more what I eat in a day to give you some inspo what you can eat. So if you keep restarting, please stop telling yourself you lack discipline. Most of the time you just need a routine that feels realistic, enjoyable, and built for your real life. So you should always start small, set your workout days, block the calendar for your workout, and really take it as an appointment. You can actually take life and fitness as a game, because you are the player and you decide if you're going to do the fitness or if you're just laying on the couch eating chips, whatever. Or so you have all the power in your life. So I really hope this video helped you. So if you like this video, comment down below what's one non-negotiable that you are creating after watching this video. I would love to know, so let me know. And if you are searching for a free workout plan, a free workout channel, here's my workout channel. I link both in the description below, so check it also out. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I would love to see you next week.